Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Psychology, the place where we don't just talk about attraction, we decode it. If you're new here, my name is Amelia, and today we're diving deep into a topic that many men silently wrestle with: how to attract a girl who doesn't seem to like you, at least not at first. Eye contact that changes everything you see, love, and desire are rarely black and white. A woman might not show interest right away, but that doesn't mean the door's closed. Sometimes the tiniest shift in your energy, mindset, or behavior can open something truly unexpected in her heart. So, if you've ever looked at her and thought, I don't stand a chance, and stop right there because what you're about to learn could turn the whole game around. We all deserve to be loved and appreciated, and sometimes the smallest changes, they spark the biggest emotional breakthroughs. That's exactly what I'll share today. Simple, powerful strategies that can turn quiet indifference into a growing connection. Instead of just sitting back and waiting for the perfect moment, let's create it. Let's walk through how charm, confidence, subtle psychological triggers, and emotional presence can help you make her notice you, even if she didn't see you that way before. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started and apply these techniques to open new doors in your relationship with her. And always remember, it all starts with confidence and a smile. Section 1: the eye contact that changes everything. Yes, eye contact is crucial in relationship building, but we're not just talking about glancing at her or locking eyes randomly. We're talking about intentional, deep, and emotionally aware eye contact. Here's something that most men don't know. Pay special attention to her left eye. Why? Because according to fascinating neurological research, looking into a woman's left eye can stimulate the release of oxytocin, often called the love hormone. This hormone is the same one released when we hug someone deeply or share vulnerable moments. It promotes trust, emotional bonding, and a sense of intimacy that words often can't reach. So, the next time you're talking to her, slow down, take a breath, and look gently into her left eye, not in a creepy, forced way, but in a calm, grounded, warm way. A knowing look, one that tells her without speaking, I see you, I respect you, you matter. It's that gaze full of sincerity and emotional stillness that makes her feel safe, seen, and special, because here's the brutal truth. Words can lie, but eyes, they rarely do. And when your eyes speak warmth, care, and confidence, you become memorable. Section 2: the scent of subtle seduction. Let's move to something deeply underrated: your scent. Studies show that men who wear attractive fragrances don't just feel more confident, they actually become more attractive to women. Why? Because scent is directly tied to the brain's emotional memory center. Your scent becomes part of your identity in her mind. When you find a fragrance that truly fits your personality, not something overpowering or cheap, but something subtle, clean, and intriguing, it becomes your invisible signature. Imagine this: you're not around her, but she catches a hint of something familiar. That same scent you wore when you hugged her, boom, in that second, she thinks of you. A great fragrance is like a psychological anchor. It grounds emotions, it makes her feel safe, it makes you feel powerful. So choose a scent that reflects you. Are you calm and grounded? Go for a woody or musky tone. Are you mysterious and intense? Try something with spice or dark citrus. Small gestures like this create intimacy without saying a word, and that's powerful. Section 3: natural ways to crush anxiety so she feels your real vibe. Now, let's talk about something that gets in the way for a lot of men: anxiety. It's normal to feel a little nervous when approaching a woman, especially if she doesn't seem interested at first. But here's the truth: you don't have to fight anxiety alone. There are natural supplements that help reduce social anxiety and make you feel more grounded, confident, and in control. For example, a theanine found in green tea calms the nervous system without sedating you. It helps you stay sharp but relaxed. Ashwagandha is another powerhouse. It reduces cortisol levels, your body's stress hormone, which means you feel calmer under pressure. Magnesium glycinate helps soothe tension and supports better sleep, which means you'll wake up ready to face the world. And when you're relaxed, your true self, your best self, comes through. That's when attraction flows naturally. Remember, attraction doesn't happen when you're overthinking your every move. It happens when you're authentic, grounded, and confident. So let's say you've got a chance to spend time with her. Maybe it's a casual meetup, or maybe you finally convinced her to go on that first date. You're nervous, and that's okay. But here's a simple shift that can immediately change how she perceives you, even before the date starts. Section 4. Call someone who loves you first. Before you step into that date, call someone who makes you feel safe. A parent, a best friend, a sibling, someone who reminds you of your worth. Why does this work? Because hearing a familiar, supportive voice activates the parasympathetic nervous system, lowering your stress and anxiety. It reminds you deep down that you're already loved, already valuable. You're not chasing her approval. This calm energy becomes your emotional baseline, and women can feel that when you enter the room grounded, smiling, and emotionally balanced. You radiate something rare, self-assurance without arrogance. That's the kind of man who doesn't beg for connection. He inspires it, emotional experience. She won't even realize what shifted, but she'll feel the difference and she'll want more of that grounded presence. Section 5, ditch the predictable date. Plan an emotional experience. Now let's talk about the actual date. Most men default to the same thing, a dinner, a movie, coffee, but here's the truth. These dates don't create emotional spikes, and if you want to change how she sees you, you need emotion. So instead of sitting across from her at a dinner table, try something that taps into excitement, curiosity, or even adrenaline. That might be a spontaneous road trip to a scenic overlook, a quirky escape room, axe throwing, zip lining, salsa dancing, a secret concert, a weird art exhibit. Why? Because emotions create memory. And if you make her feel something unusual, thrilling, or mysterious, she'll associate those feelings with you. Psychologists call this misattribution of arousal. When someone feels excitement in a situation and links that emotion to the person they're with, in short, make her heart race. And she'll start to wonder why you make her feel that way. These non-traditional date settings allow her to see you outside the box she's put you in. Maybe she saw you as just a friend. But when you create an adventurous, emotionally engaging experience, that perception starts to shift. Section 6. Show your confidence in subtle social ways. Here's another move that works wonders, and most men overlook it. When you're on the date, how you treat others matters just as much as how you treat her. Be friendly and respectful to waiters, bartenders, and anyone else around you, not to impress her, but because true confidence shows in how you carry yourself with the world, not just with the girl you're interested in. Women subconsciously notice this when she sees you calmly handling social interactions, smiling with ease, speaking clearly, treating others with dignity. She's seeing, a socially competent man, someone who moves through life with presence. That's attractive. That's high value. And here's the twist. It also relaxes her. It makes her feel like she can trust you to handle uncomfortable moments with maturity. You're not just charming, you're stable, and stability mixed with charisma. That's rare. Section 7. Pay the bill quietly, assertively. Now, here's a psychological detail. Most men mess up the bill. When it comes, don't make a show of paying. Don't say, I've got this with flair. Don't try to impress her with money. Instead, wait for her to step away. Maybe when she goes to the restroom and pay quietly. No words, no fanfare, just calm action. Why? Because this shows something subtle but powerful. You take initiative without needing praise. You're generous without needing validation. You're in control of the situation without making it about dominance. This is what real confidence looks like. And when she returns and finds the billing mystery already handled without you needing to boast, she'll feel something she didn't expect. Respect for your maturity, and she'll feel more emotionally safe with you. Section 8. Don't rush the kiss. Build the mystery. One of the biggest mistakes guys make at the end of a date, going for the kiss too soon. Here's a powerful truth. Restraint is sexier than desperation. If you want to be remembered, don't try to seal it with a kiss right away. Instead, end the night with a warm hug, a sincere, "I had a great time," and leave her with just enough curiosity. What happens next? That's the question you want lingering in her mind. Let her imagine the next date. Let her feel that gentle ache of anticipation, because when you leave something unsaid, unspoken, it creates emotional gravity. That's how you build mystery. That's how you shift from the guy she didn't notice to the one she can't stop thinking about. Now let's pause for a second and get brutally honest. Attraction isn't just about a few clever lines or planning an interesting date. It's about who you become in her presence, and more importantly, in her absence. This is where most men fall short. They focus entirely on the woman, what she thinks, what she feels, how to win her attention. But true attraction begins with a mindset shift, a deep one. Section 9. Master the stoic art of self-improvement. You need to understand one fundamental truth. Women are naturally drawn to men who are evolving. Not perfect, not rich, not famous, but men who are constantly refining themselves mentally and emotionally. That's where stoicism comes in. Stoicism doesn't mean suppressing emotions or acting robotic, means mastering your reactions, focusing on what you can control, building unshakable inner calm. When a woman senses that you're a man who doesn't spiral from rejection, who doesn't chase, who doesn't base his self-worth on her approval, something shifts in her brain. Suddenly she can't place you. You're different. You're grounded. You're not looking at her to complete you. And that alone makes her want to earn your attention. So work on becoming that man. Not for her, for you. Start small, read more, lift weights, set daily goals, practice stillness. Remove things that make you anxious, social media scrolling, comparison traps, desperate habits. Because when you're emotionally centered, women notice. They feel the shift and they lean in. Section 10. Build psychological tension through presence. Let's talk about one of the most magnetic forces in male-female interaction, psychological tension. This is the subtle dance between presence and distance, warmth and restraint, interest and mystery. It's the feeling she gets when she's with you and realizes you're not trying to win her. You're just there, present, comfortable in your skin, and completely okay with however the night unfolds. That's incredibly rare. Most guys overinvest, overtalk, overtry, but the men women crave the most. They sit comfortably in silence. They listen more than they speak. They speak slowly with intention. They let eye contact do half the work. This kind of presence builds tension. It makes her wonder, what's he thinking? It makes her lean forward, ask more, chase just a little. And when she's thinking about you more than you're thinking about her, that's when the game changes. Section 11. Speak less, feel more less, feel more. Here's a little psychological trick. Don't try to impress her. Instead, try to impress yourself. When you speak, speak slowly with emotion, with pauses. Let your words hang in the air. Let your energy speak for you. Don't brag. Don't overshare. Just be present. Talk about what moves you, what drives you, what matters to you. When you speak from that place, grounded, honest, self-respecting, you stop sounding like every other guy she's met. You begin to sound like the realest man in the room. And that voice, that energy, it stays in her mind long after you're gone. Section 12. Reinforce her safety, not just her interest. This is crucial. If she wasn't interested in you at first, chances are she didn't feel safe enough to see you differently. Attraction requires trust, not just physical, but emotional. So every small thing you do, from opening a door to how you handle disagreements, to how you listen, needs to reinforce one idea. You're safe with me. I don't need to conquer you. I want to understand you. Because when a woman feels emotionally safe, she lowers her walls. And when she lowers her walls, her heart becomes open. And when that happens, even a woman who once ignored you might begin to truly see you for the very first time. Section 13. Attraction is energy, not effort. Let this truth settle in. Attraction is more about the energy you emit than the effort you apply. You can buy gifts, craft the perfect message, plan the ideal date, but if your energy is rooted in neediness, she'll feel it. However, if your energy is rooted in calmness, purpose, and quiet certainty, she'll feel that too. So stop chasing, start radiating. So let's bring everything together. You've learned the steps, the eye contact that releases emotional bonding chemicals, the scent that leaves a lasting memory even after you're gone, the subtle ways to show presence, not pressure, the social confidence that says, without a word, I'm not here to prove anything. I am who I am. You've heard the truth. That real attraction doesn't come from clever lines or overcompensating gestures. It comes from emotional gravity. You don't win her. Over. You pull her in. The mistake most men make is trying to convince a woman to like them, trying to be funnier, richer, smarter, tougher. But that's not how attraction works, because when a woman is truly drawn to a man, it's not because he talked her into it, it's because his energy shifted her perception of him. And that's what you're doing now by becoming the man who doesn't chase but quietly pulls, the man who doesn't overspeak but knows the weight of silence, the man who smiles with his eyes, listens with his whole presence, and respects his own peace. That man, he doesn't need to beg for love because he becomes the standard. Let her be curious about you. Women are curious by nature, but only about men who carry mystery, mastery, and meaning. So let her wonder like Ari, why didn't he kiss me right away? Why do I feel safe around him, even though I barely know him? Why do I remember his scent every time I walk past that aisle in the ID or store? Why do I keep checking my phone to see if he messaged me even though I didn't care before? That curiosity, it's emotional momentum. Let it build. Let her miss you. Let her lean in. Because when you shift the dynamic from pursuit to polarity, you're no longer trying to attract her. She's trying to figure you out. And that's where magic lives. The truth she'll never tell you, but always feel. Here's a secret most women will never say out loud, but every woman feels. A man's value is in how he makes her feel about herself. When she's with you, does she feel seen, heard, understood? Does she feel beautiful, not because you said it, but because of how your energy treats her? If the answer is yes, she won't just want you, she'll respect you. And that respect is the foundation of real attraction. Let's end with this. You don't need every woman to like you. You don't even need her to like you. You just need to become the kind of man who is so emotionally centered, so internally fulfilled, so calm in his purpose that when she finally does notice you, it's not because you begged for attention, it's because you became unignorable. So next time you see a girl who doesn't seem to like you, don't shrink, don't chase, don't resent. Just smile, stand tall, and silently tell yourself, she just doesn't know me yet, but she will. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If something in this video sparked a shift in how you see yourself, hit that like button to let the algorithm know. Comment below and tell me which tip you're going to use first. I read every single one. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Dark Psychology, where we go deeper than most ever dare. Remember, attraction isn't a trick, it's a transformation, and you're already on the path. See you in the next one. Music.